If you're into the outback and four-wheel driving, then the Gibb River Road on the far north, Western Australia, Kimberley region is most certainly on your bucket list. We're on the Pentecost River, which is at the northern end of the Gibb River Road. We've just passed through El Questro and we're heading south towards Derby. So let's see what all the fuss is about. About the size of Victoria and Tasmania combined, the Kimberley region is a magnet for nature lovers with its rugged rock formations, sweeping plains and stunning gorges. But to really see all the best bits, you need to grab a good four-wheel drive vehicle and take the 660km Gibb River Road shortcut through the middle. Entering at the western end near Kununurra, the first section of road to the popular El Questro resort is smooth and sealed, before turning to bumpy sand and the sort of tyre-shredding corrugations the Gibb is renowned for. It might be old-fashioned in its lack of creature comforts, but our trusty Apollo camper, based on the latest Toyota Land Cruiser 70 Series wagon, is the perfect rig for a trip like this. It has all the road clearance and rugged four-wheel drive features you need to cope with the variable terrain and occasional river crossing. Having a rooftop tent, portable fridge and other camping accessories on board also means we can stop any time for lunch or to set up camp. After enjoying a couple of nights in the grassy campground at El Questro, including a relaxing dip at the Zebedee Hot Springs, we continue south another 200 kilometres to the Kalamburu Road turnoff, stopping for lunch at the picnic ground before heading north to the spectacular Mitchell Plateau. So we've been travelling now about 200 kilometres south down the Gibb River Road, and it's actually been a lot smoother than I thought it would be. There's been some severe corrugations in parts, but overall it's been pretty good, and we've been able to maintain a speed of about 50 or 60 kilometres an hour. The Mitchell Falls is a bumpy 5-hour detour off the Gibb, but the reward is some magnificent Aboriginal rock art at the King Edward River crossing, driving through a spectacular forest of palm trees, and the hike from the Mitchell River campground into the unique 3-tier waterfall, surrounded by majestic cliffs and gorges. Back on the Gibb, we make a late evening run for the Mount Barnett Roadhouse, enjoying another fantastic West Australian sunset while trying to dodge the stray cattle, one of the biggest hazards in this part of the world apart from massive road trains. The Manning Gorge Campground is the perfect spot to rest up for a couple of days, where another terrific swimming hole awaits, including high diving platforms for the more adventurous. Another 150 kilometres down the Gibb, we turn off again to the Mornington Wildlife Sanctuary, another pristine bush camp setting at the end of a memorable 2-hour drive that includes plenty of big boab trees and termite mounds dotted along the roadside. The highlight at Mornington is a canoe trip into Guyman Gorge, one of the Kimberley's most spectacular gorges. So we're getting towards the end of our Gibb River Road adventure now. We've done about 500 kilometres along the road itself, or you could probably double that with all the side excursions we've done. The road conditions overall have been a real mixed bag. We've got some nice, smooth, fast sections now, interspersed with corrugated sections and some really bumpy stuff. Another must-see is Winjana Gorge and Tunnel Creek towards the southern end of the Gibb, where you'll get up close to freshwater crocodiles as well as thousands of flying bats if you visit at sunset. You'll also find a walk through the 750 metre long Tunnel Creek underground cave, more thrilling than any Luna Park attraction. Apart from a tyre blowout on the first day, on the bitumen of all places, our Land Cruiser 70 Series has proved virtually unstoppable, as well as surprisingly comfortable despite its flat vinyl covered seats. And most importantly, the powerful air conditioner has kept the family cool in the brutal 40 degrees heat. So we've finally made it to the western end of the Gibb River Road, where the dirt ends and the bitumen begins. The sealed road runs for about another 50 kilometres down there, after which we'll be heading to Broome. So during our 1.5 weeks on the Gibb River Road, we've seen some magnificent scenery, we've stayed at some terrific campsites, and we've swum in some magnificent gorges. But would we put up with the dirt, the heat and the bugs and do it all again? We sure would.